Hey everyone, my name is Crystal, and I've put out a few videos as you've seen, um, just playing some of the songs that I've written and some songs that I liked and I chose to do for a couple different audiences for my music therapy degree. I'm deciding to start this YouTube channel because I figure I need to practice and work on my singing skills. So, who better to get tips and hints from would be like my own viewers who might know some things because I trust and believe in you guys. And I also thought it'd be nice just to share a little bit about myself and a little bit of me, and maybe just get a chance to get to know you guys better. And so, to give you a little bit more about who I am from Chicago originally, uh, awesome city, raise the roof. And I've been a musician pretty much all my life since I was 11 years old. Um, I have played music, I played clarinet, and then I picked up saxophone shortly after, alto sax, and probably about 10 years later, I decided that I wanted to do a couple secondary instruments when I was studying music education. And so I have a degree that includes clarinet as my major instrument, a degree in music ed. Clarinet is my major instrument, flute is my secondary, and so is piano, but I say that I'm not good at piano, and I have a total of 5 years of piano experience. And with 5 years of piano experience, I know nothing. Which means I can play chords and some melody. I can do the basics that you'd need to do, but I watched someone play some amazing piano music, and I'm like, not me. So where I'm at right now in my life is I am in formation as a religious for a religious community, which means that at this primary moment in time, I am discerning whether I want to spend the rest of my life with a religious community of sisters, or is there a possibility still that I want to be married, or does God call me to the single life? And so I'm sort of still working that out. I'm 4 years in formation right now. This is my last year of formation as a novice, and hopefully this summer I will be taking first vows. So that's something else I may just throw a couple vlogs in about here and there just to give you an update. I'm trying to think what else to tell you guys. What's led me to music therapy? I worked for a music company in Chicago for about 6 years, and they were a fantastic music company, but it led me to really question, who am I? What does God call me to do with my life? What am I meant to be as a person? And do I feel fulfilled doing music business the rest of my life? Is this what I want to be doing for the rest of my life? And in those questions, I found longing for more, and a knowing that there's more to this world for me, and there's more to this life. And I couldn't put a finger on it, but I knew that I felt like I had been called to explore religious life again. Now, I had been called in the past while I was finishing my degree and made a decision to table the idea. But after some time, I decided that maybe I do need to explore this call again. And so that led me to where I'm at in formation right now. I say that I've been discerning religious life for 10 years. Now, with music therapy, that also relates to when I was working at the music company, helping out with band and orchestra instruments and helping kids figure out, what makes me sound good as a musician on a clarinet. I sort of had this thought of doing music therapy, and I've even had gone to the extent of applying to some schools in central Illinois. And every time I tried to do that at that time in my life, I sort of found myself at a wall. And it was like a no-go. I couldn't continue on, I couldn't pass go, I couldn't get the audition time to line up with my job. It just was like nonstop, no, 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 roadblock, roadblock, roadblock. It was nuts. So I then decided that probably wasn't the right time for me to be doing this. But then somehow I figured out that maybe I needed to discern religious life. And so I did my discerning, and here I am still discerning. Being told like discernment is never an ending thing. You always discern, and you're always discerning everything and how you fit in life. And it seems like a big job, but it's not really a job. It's a choice, and it's a decision that you choose to make. And so like I'm discerning this call. People would think becoming a sister is a job in itself. Well, I'm joining a non-habited order, as you can tell. I'm wearing a fun shirt. Um, no veil. You see hair. I have hair. um, I'm choosing a non-habited religious community of sisters with the Roman Catholic Church, and um, this is not my job. This is my vocation. So if I'm going to be married and have a husband, you're still going to possibly have a job, or your husband, if you're going to be the husband in the family, you probably would have a job too. Either person could have a job. So now I've come to this point where I need to figure out what that job is going to be, which is really like my ministry. And I do have a degree before, like I said, in music education, but I just don't feel called to that particular area. And I had been out with some of our older sisters, and I played for them, and I really encouraged them to interact, and it was great. I had a great experience, and my director last year pointed out to me, about 2 years ago almost now, that she thought that this would be a good fit to try music therapy. And I told her, how did you know that that's something I wanted to do? Because that's been in my heart for a long time. And she was like, you just interacted so well with the elderly, so I thought that it might be a good thing for you to do. So she pursued this for me, and so this last year I have studied music therapy at a university where I'm located. And so far it's been very fruitful, and I found that even though my initial desire was to work with the elderly and people with in the geriatric field, I'm finding that I think I may actually want to work with not only with old people, but also with people with intellectual disabilities. This last year I had a practicum site with people with intellectual disabilities, and it was a beautiful experience. They are the most loving, caring people, and they could care less if you made a mistake. They're always welcoming and open. And I found how much it spoke to what our foundress really did initially with her teaching, and how much it speaks to being a sister and being a voice for those who can't per se speak for themselves, but helping them get a voice. And I found it so amazing to be able to do this. So I think that that's an area that I'm very interested in now that I wasn't before. So I'm continuing to explore. As I do my studies, I'd like to use this channel just to post songs and music that I've learned and ideas that I've gotten, and just everything you could dream of that you'd learn in music therapy school and you could use. One highlight and important note that I'd like to make about music therapy that others may not know is music therapy is a certified degree. It is a therapy, and it does take someone who is certified to perform music therapy. It is not something that just because I have a degree in music education I can go out and do. It is an evidence-based therapy, meaning we take notes, we do collect data, and we try for all purposes to help improve our clients' outcomes. So I encourage you to seek people who have certification in music therapy if you ever consider doing it, or to reach out to a local university who may have a program that might be able to help you. But music therapy is a certified program, and it needs to be certified in all the states in the United States. And it is not, and it's a disappointing and sad thing to know and hear about. So on a sadder note, I encourage you to pursue people who have certifications in music therapy. But I will share interventions that I've used. I'll share songs that I've started singing just for fun, songs I've written. I won't share ones that I've written with groups because I don't own any of their material, so I can't share that. I might share Piggyback, We'll see what I come up with. And I'll also share my religious journey with you. As I journey in religious life, I have a lot going on. Like I said, this weekend, I meet with my director and I find out if I am accepted to, not accepted, I find out how it was living in community with me, and what you don't see is my bedroom is a mess. Gotta clean. Um, and that's a problem area, but I guess I gotta work on it, right? Who doesn't have something to work on? But so hopefully community living with me has gone well. And if it's gone well, then as I move back to the novitiate at the end of May, hopefully that will go well. And hopefully as I write my letter and they receive it, that will go well. So keep me in the prayers and pray for me. Hope that I get accepted by my community to take vows this summer. All right, well, I'll keep you up to date on religious life for me, what it's like, music therapy, school, what it's like going through school like 10 years later after going to school for my undergrad degree initially and having to like not redo, but like reinvent my musical self in a therapeutic manner versus a teaching site, and sharing of songs. So I hope you enjoy what I create. Thanks. Bye.